Hello everyone. So today we will try to understand the label property of the marks card. So in Tableau it's very important to understand the functionality of marks and the way marks are changed by these properties listed on the marks card, because then only you'll be able to understand the way the appearance of the view changes and how it is controlled by these properties on the marks card. So let's go ahead and understand the functionality of this label property on the marks card. So let's first select this bar type of the marks and drag and drop the category dimension on the rows. Next, what I'll do is I'll drag the sum of profit onto the columns, and as expected I see a different bar for each of these categories. Now let's drag the sum of profit back onto the labels as well. That is the text property. Now in here I will see as soon as I drag and drop it over the label uh, property, I see the amount against each of these bars. Now if I click on this label, I can go ahead and then change the font size. I can maybe make it a little bit bigger. I can change it to bold. I can change this font type to be Tableau medium, and I can make it to match the mark color, but at this point of time it is not required. But again, that is an option that can be done, or I can change the alignment as well. Right now it is in middle. If I want to make it towards the left, it'll move towards the left, and if it is in the middle, keep it in the middle, it is in the middle. Okay. And one more thing I can do is I can go in here as well. I can, if I want to change the color of the font, I can do it from here as well. So if I want to make it red, I can do it from here as well instead of just going into that font property. Okay, and it can be turned into italics as well. The uh, font size and all can be changed. And this would come in handy wherein you have more than one measure within the same label. So let's uh, uh, let's do one thing. Let's drag sum of quantity back onto the labels again. Okay, so now you see that within the view, the bars are corresponding to the sum of profit, but within the label, I have both profit and quantity. So I might not want to do this during any visualization, but this is just one way of like showing two different measures on the same bar graph without disturbing the existing view. So for the second sum of quantity, I might want to change the font color, and I might want to make it italics and reduce the font size to 8, and then click on apply. So right now I can see both these measures on the graph on the label, but the bar corresponds to sum of profit only. So this is one way of utilizing this label to show multiple measures on the same mark. Okay, now let us remove these measures and see how this can be utilized for other mark types. So again, I'll remove all the dimensions and measures, and I'll switch over to line, and then I'll drag the category onto the columns and sum of profit onto the rows. Again, conceptually, if I drag and drop sum of profit onto the labels, I will see that then for each of these uh, marks on the view, I see the label, that is the sum of profit labeled for each of these marks. So again, this is very intuitive, and I can do the same for square, the same conceptually, the same applies to this as well, or for circle as well. So let's try to understand one more feature that can be built using the square uh, type of mark. So let's drag the category onto the rows, and now I see a square corresponding to each of these categories because the mark type is set to square. What I can do is now drag the sum of profit onto the color mark type. Okay. Now automatically I see for each of these categories the color of the square changes, and like it shows right now it does not show the amount. So what I can do is I can click sum of profit and put it onto the label shelf. So again, as I did with the bar graph, the labels now are showing on top of the color within each cell. And this can be utilized to create some conditional formatting in tabular views. Like you might want to create some tables, and within the tables you might want to have some sort of conditional formatting. And right now the formatting is based on the sum of profit that spans from 18,000 to 145,000. So this is one way of utilizing the label property. Okay, and let's try to understand another example wherein I might want to like have two measures within the. So let's select the category and then double click on sum of profit. Automatically it is square right now. I'll change it to text. Okay, now what I can do is drag sum of profit onto the text card. So right now I can see the uh, profit for each of these categories. If I double click on sum of quantity, automatically I see that there is this measure names on the filter and then measure values on the text or the label, and I see that the sum of profit and sum of quantity are in the measure values. So like right now I have two different measures and they are across the columns. So again, this is one way of ensuring that two measures are being displayed on a table. So again, the use case for this is when you want to show a table with measures across the columns. One more way of doing this would be to, if I don't want to do this, by double clicking, I can just move these measure names onto the filters and I can select, maybe I want to show all the measures. Okay, and then drag the measure values from here onto the text. So automatically it will show me all the different measures for each of these categories. So again, it depends upon the use case, but this is really a powerful property within the marks card. Wherever you want to label anything, this property does come in very handy. Okay, so that is it for today, and hope this lecture was useful for all of you. Thank you.